Hey, I take
probably
Girl Dad Extraordinaire to the T.
to the next level.
You gotta be that dad. You gotta be that girl dad.
Look good, feel good. Be
Mm-hmm.
good. Be good at being a dad.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Look the part.
Look the part makes you be the part.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
definitely.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Bright Connections. I'm your host, BK. Joining me this week, Girl Dad Extraordinaire, Mr. Kevin Price. How are you, Kev?
Good. Thanks for having me, BK, on the show. Glad to be here and glad to see that someone started a podcast that is all about positivity, and especially in this time and nature and where we're at with the pandemic and everything. It's glad to be here.
Absolutely. Everybody's, uptight and stressing out about things and hearing a lot of bad news on the story. And that's why, that was one of the reasons I started this podcast again, just to try to bring some positivity, some bright stories, some exciting stories, and remind people that, everything's not terrible. That, the world is going to be okay. And there are still good people out there doing good things. So, yep, absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. So, all right, let's get into it. Really didn't have much feedback or anything further to touch on from last week. Not many comments or feedback or anything. So we're just going to skip that and go to what we want to talk about. So obviously yesterday was September 11th, big date in U.S. history with the terrorist attacks that happened back in 2001. Can you believe it's been that long already?
Yeah, 19 years.
19 years.
I don't know about you, but I was in 6th grade back then. So
I was in 5th grade. Yeah, we just little guys. Yeah. So were you in school that day when it happened?
Yes, sadly, I was in I think social studies class, and
You
that's when
remember what class? Damn.
yeah, that's when the news broke on our TVs up on the wall, and that's when we heard about the sad news
Yeah.
about the towers getting hit, and then the Pentagon, and I think they kept us in school and they didn't let us. They told us not to leave because they didn't know the situation at the moment.
Yeah. I want to
So
say initially we were kept there as well, but I think eventually we did go home. I can't remember if it was just normal time that we went home or if it was a little bit earlier than normal. But yeah, initially until they tried to figure out what exactly was going on, they were like, no, you're not going anywhere. You stay right here. We're going to watch the news, see what's going on, figure out what's happening. And yeah, it was mayhem for sure.
yeah.
I was too young. I definitely didn't know what the heck was going on. I had no idea what was going on. All I knew was the adults were kind of panicking and freaking out. And, when they start freaking out, you kind of get a little worried too, obviously, when you're a kid. So,
Yeah, it was like time stood still at that moment. It was kind of crazy because us being that young, we didn't I didn't initially know what was going on until like the TVs were put on and we were I guess told about what was going on, and then it kind of hit us like, wow, something
we're
like
being
this could actually
attacked.
happen.
Yeah. Like essentially we're being attacked, and yeah, I know.
Jeez,
And you still, we were all sitting there just like, teacher, what's going on? I don't understand, and they're trying to do as much explanation as they can. But again, still being so young, you probably don't really understand exactly what that means.
no, it took some time to register.
Yeah.
It was a sad day, and still is.
No, absolutely. I mean, we remember every year we remember that day. Think about obviously all the people that were lost, all the people that sacrificed their lives trying to help those in trouble, and obviously those people that did all those acts, those heroic acts of rescue. We try to recognize them and thank them, whether or not they're still living or not. We try to recognize them and thank them for what they did, because they're heroes. I mean, straight up, they're heroes for what they did, what they tried to do. A lot of people, just no hesitation. As soon as they heard, they were boom on it. They were on scene, doing whatever they possibly could to help them out, help
Yeah,
the people struggling.
I just read a story yesterday afternoon. Every year I find another hero during that September 11th attack, and it's something new that I haven't read before. And a story that came across that I was reading yesterday was this firefighter was their fire truck was stuck in the tunnel trying to get to the Twin Towers, and the gentleman, forgive me, I forget his name when I was reading the story,
Yeah.
but this firefighter got out of the truck that was in standstill traffic, and he ran towards the fire, towards the trade centers. And from the article, they said his remains have never been found, but he died in trying to rescue all those individuals. And those that's one of the unsung heroes that to this day I respect. I applaud everyone that took part, still take part in such a tragic yet event that brought quite everyone together.
Yes. Yeah,
So
no doubt, no doubt. It's strange how stuff like that, these global or at least countrywide tragedies, really just bring people together. It's sucks that it has to come to something like that for people to get closer, and respect each other again. But for whatever reason, that those kind of things do. Hopefully, down the road we can try to come back together without having a tragedy of some kind. We can just make it happen on our own.
yeah, we
But
see all a positive gesture every day from someone. Like, it doesn't have to be because of a
a huge
such an
event.
event.
Yeah,
It could be a little positive, bright moment of your day. Like, do
exactly.
something nice for somebody.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
just
it doesn't waste money. It doesn't cost money. It doesn't take any more of your time than you already do.
yep,
So
yep, yeah. Now, did you know anyone that was either killed or involved in 9/11?
I did not know anybody directly.
Yeah,
I known of quite a few friends that had relatives and
really.
such around working in offices up there and so forth. But no one directly.
I couldn't imagine. I
No.
mean, and you hear some of these, yeah, and like I said, like you said, with the videos that you watch, I always see something too on September 11th. And yesterday I saw a lot of videos of like at least like the audio parts of people calling out to their loved ones, saying,
Hmm.
honey, I'm stuck on the phone or on the plane that got hijacked, or I'm in the tower. I'm so sorry. Please tell our daughter, our son, our family, our mothers or whatever. Just tell them I love them and I love you. Oh, dude. Oh,
Yeah, it's
it's rough, but it sometimes you need that reminder. You need that reminder to tell you, just talk to your loved ones all the time as much as you can.
hmm
Talk to your friends, talk to your loved ones. Just tell them how much they mean to you. Just you can never remind somebody too much
no.
how important they are in your life. I mean, you
Mhm.
can't. It's just, and to not only be able to show them or to tell them, but to show them as well, it makes a whole world of difference. It really does.
And that's
So
kind of see, even though the I guess saying that was going around years ago, YOLO,
yeah,
is honestly true. You only have one life to live, and you only live one life. So instead of being known as someone that didn't really do much of anything, just go out there and instill some positivity in someone or something, a day here, a day there, and
yeah,
and just that's what I try to do every day too. So, and I know you do with this podcast and every day. So shoot, first met you the day I first met you back in college. You were a positive, upbeat person. You still are to this day.
yeah.
I don't think you're ever gonna change from
Nah,
that.
nah, probably not. Probably not. I might get more, but maybe more mature, maybe a little bit here or there. I might start getting a little bit smarter every once in a while, but yeah, my personality, um, yeah, that's not going to be changing anytime soon. I'm always going to try to be positive about everything. See the good in every person. Always give everybody the benefit of the doubt, and it's tough for people to do that. I know, you hear stories about all this stuff that people do or this and that, but again, like I mentioned in the first episode, I truly believe deep down every single person is good. Deep down, whether or not they choose to, act on that goodness, is obviously up to them. So
Definitely,
that's
agree.
if the more people that do that and spread the positivity and kind actions, the more that other people will become infectious to it and see it and try to do it themselves, hopefully. So
Definitely agree.
that's
Couldn't agree more.
yep. All right. So once again, September 11th was yesterday. We are definitely going to remember that for our lifetime, and what it did for us, and what it did for our country, bringing us together. Again, unfortunately, with just a terrible tragedy, but again, it did bring people together, and it does remind people that there are everyday heroes out there doing amazing things. So
Definitely.
yep. All right. So next, we're gonna definitely touch on our sports. Obviously, we want to give some updates on some sports news. So I'll start off with the NHL. Just real quick, there really hasn't been too much yet in the round that we're playing in the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. A few games, were played, but no one advanced or anything yet, so we won't worry too much about that. But big news that I did hear, the NHL did confirm that any Canadian families, so anybody that's in Canada, they are now going to be allowed to join the bubble. So again, we talked about the bubble concept with only the players and coaches and workers are in this bubble setting. Now that has changed. They are allowing family members. I believe it's only a couple, obviously, like maybe 2 or 3, but they are allowing some family members to join the bubble, thus being able to watch their family members play and cheer them on and just be with them. So how awesome is that to be able to know that your family's now up in the stands watching you?
That's something that I just saw today too, and that's exciting because after watching the NHL games and not seeing fans, it kind of was a little weird. But they played the artificial crowd noise and everything made it more enjoyable. But
Yeah,
now that you know that the families are going to be there, that's exciting. I know I got to go to Canada for work next week, and I have to have like 5 pieces of paperwork to get across the border. And I know the Canadian government is limiting who comes across that border, so I see why they're waiting on approval.
Yeah, well, yeah. See, they're still waiting on the approval for other families, non-Canadian families to join. But I have to imagine eventually they're still gonna get that, to work out, and everybody else will be able to join as well. But yeah, like you said, they have done a great job with the artificial sounds and everything. At least for us, it sounds pretty authentic. I have to imagine, obviously, with the players, it's not quite the same, but having that boost now with their family, hopefully, being able to join them. I don't know if you ever watched the show Survivor back in the day.
Yeah, but who doesn't want their family at a sporting event?
Oh, of
Like
course.
it makes you play better as a player, and it makes the family enjoy the game so much better because they're watching them live instead of sitting in front of a TV screen or
It's a
such.
huge morale boost. Huge morale boost. Yeah, I know. Like I said, with Survivor back in the day, they would always do that. Like near the end of a season, they would always do like a family day or whatever. Like you have to win the challenge and you get your family member for the day or something like that. And everybody, it was just a huge boost to them. You could see, even the ones that didn't win, they were able to see their family members, for that time. But it's a huge boost to see
It
your loved
motivated
ones.
them.
Yeah.
Motivation factor too.
Yeah.
Morale booster, motivation factor.
Did you say something about elbows? You throwing elbows to win the challenges or whatever? Oh,
No,
okay.
motivation.
Motivation, yeah.
Now, I don't think I can move my elbow after carrying a little one for.
Yeah,
I'm getting old.
I know. We all are, dude. We all are. We all are. So, but that was definitely big news with the NHL. I wanted to share awesome news that they were able to get that worked out and allow family members to join the bubble. So awesome stuff. Moving to NBA. The NBA actually is trying to do the same thing. I'm sorry, no, they actually have done. So coaches and staff members already have, they have been approved. I'm sorry. I'm screwing myself up here. I'm getting mixed up. The players already have had their family members in the current round, the second round of the NBA playoffs. They've already had their family members present. Now they approve the coaches and staff members to bring family members to the bubble as well. So they've actually kind of been ahead of the curve. They've been able to get some additional members there to support the players. So they're doing it right as well.
I think this bubble theory and how the NHL and NBA have implemented it. I don't know what other sports have implemented it, but I think this way is actually it provides a lot more comfort during this pandemic, and I don't think there's been many cases, if any, while they're in this bubble. So I don't see why this can be implemented across the MLB. Yeah, it's a little bit harder with all the teams involved, but I know college, that's going to be sort of I don't think that can be implemented just because of the way the structure is laid out.
Being on a college campus, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be tough for MLB. I have to imagine because of the time period. You know, with the NHL and the NBA, they were just doing playoffs. You know what I mean? They're just doing two months or so. With the MLB, it wasn't a full season. It wasn't a full MLB season. It was a shortened season, but still, you're talking months and months for them to just be confined to one spot. I mean, it would probably help with the case numbers and everything, but it'd be a lot to ask. It'd be a lot to ask for them to.
That's true, especially with them traveling to the different cities. They would have to condense that down to certain venues and then so forth. So
yeah, no, it'd be tough. Like you said, the bubble concept seems to work, but for some sports rather than others, I think it would be tough to try to get that worked out and managed.
True,
but hopefully they're doing as much as they can. So, again,
the fact that sports is back.
That's good enough in its own.
I think it's a big morale booster to everybody that's been confined to their home, especially during a pandemic. Like, we got this global pandemic going on, but the fact that sports are back, that not everybody watches sports, but those that do, kind of get a little more upbeat because they're like they get root for their team again rather than sit there. Go, what am I going to watch on Netflix tomorrow? Or what series do I got to watch now?
I already watched this show 5 times. I can't handle it anymore.
I've watched The Office seasons on repeat for the past 3 months.
Yeah.
What do I watch now?
I can't do it anymore. Yeah. And hey, who knows? Maybe even people that weren't sports fans, maybe now they are because there's nothing really else to watch.
Yeah, and the fact that you could just turn on TV and see live television again.
Yeah, no,
they rerun the Friends from 20 years ago.
Yeah, I was just gonna say a lot of shows obviously aren't making new episodes, so
no,
there's nothing new.
Yeah, like you said, I watched that show 10 times already. Jeez. Yeah. Yes, sports. Whew.
Whew. Thank goodness. Yeah. So speaking of coming back, college football making its return. You're a big fan of college football, right?
Yes. Yeah. I love the atmosphere. Shoot, we used to go to pit games all those years, paint it up, just have the atmosphere around you.
Yeah.
It's a lot more tradition for college football than it is for like the NFL and so forth. You got that tradition, in there. So you get the root for your team and do your tradition and your weekend. I guess your weekend set. You know when the games are.
Wake up for the tailgate.
You're gonna watch them.
Wake up for the tailgate. Get down there. Drink a lot of water. Just a lot of water. Just water. Just make sure you're hydrated enough.
Have the little one on your hip.
For the day. Yeah.
Strap them to you and drink that water.
Yeah, lots of water. But yeah, I mean it's because I guess what are you gonna say?
My mom always said H2O. No?
Sure.
Not the water boy?
I don't think that was a quote in Waterboy.
Well, my wife always said I'm bad at quotes, movie quotes. So, hey, we're just going to throw that one out the door then.
I think she's right.
Yeah.
I think she's right.
Damn. Try to throw a quick one in there.
I know. You tried.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah, I mean, it's college sports. I want to say there's just a little bit more connection because you have a sense of like this is your school. You're part of this. You go to this school. At least with NFL, yeah, you might be in that city, but you're not really necessarily a part of that team. You're just a
You
fan
can't
of the
say
team.
that's my alma mater or oh I've been to that stadium. I've
Or I
been to the
personally know
school.
these. Yeah, I
Yeah,
personally know
I
these
know this.
players.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a little bit of a different thing compared to NFL. But yeah,
Definitely.
so you're definitely excited that college football's back. I am too. I'm too for sure.
Heck
Uh,
yes.
Now with the whole pandemic, things are going to be different. Go figure. It's kind of going to be give or take. Every school is going to be different. Every school is going to be different. Every league is going to be different. They're all going to do different things with attendance, with how many games, when they're starting their games. It's going to be hectic, but as long as they can figure it out and get it squared away, hopefully the plan is to have games and let the players play.
See, we just had our fantasy football draft back to the NFL. We just had our fantasy football draft last week, and I was talking to a couple friends in the league, and I don't know if it's going to be a full season, just like college football. I don't know if they're going to actually have a full season because college is a little bit worse because you got those kids going. Some are back in class. Some are back in the physical classroom. Some are still doing online. So, and these are college kids. They're going to get together, party. Like, they're going to try to enjoy that college experience.
Party? Wait,
I mean,
party.
no. I mean, sit there and study.
Yeah.
And enjoy and make sure they're getting their work done.
Yeah, I know. I don't see college kids, college football and other sports going quite as smoothly as professional.
No,
I think professional will buy into the whole concept of just doing what you need to do. Like you said, college kids, they're not gonna take the protocols as serious. They're gonna get together. They're not gonna wear their masks. They're not gonna do other protocols. I mean, obviously they might. I'm not saying everyone, but there's going to be a lot of them out there, I have to imagine, that aren't going to take it as seriously. They're going to, like you said, they're going to get together. They're going to party. They're going to do stuff. They're going to drink. They're going to
drink that water, right?
Drink that water. Lots of water. Yeah, exactly.
And social distance while they're partying.
And social, definitely. Yeah. Like, excuse me, we can't allow you. We're
like we did in college.
We're at the 10-person capacity. We can't allow you. We can't allow you to come into the party. 10-person capacity. Yeah.
But we know you could go in there.
Yeah, right.
We can allow one more.
But you just said I'm not allowed in.
We don't know you.
Somebody must have left. So we're gonna allow that.
They went out the back door.
Yeah, we never did that or anything, right?
Wait, you don't have a back door? No, okay.
Oh yeah, no. So I can't imagine seeing college being as successful. Unfortunately,
I agree. I don't either.
Yeah. So I mean, there actually already have been some reports of the athletic trainers and other managers of the teams have already come out and said when interviewed that a lot of the coaches and staff weren't taking full procedures seriously. They're just kind of somewhat following the safety measures.
Yeah, and even from that standpoint, it's the college students like what you said earlier is how many of them, I hope all of them do follow the rules, regulations, and so forth. But many adults aren't following the rules and regulations, so yeah. I don't see college students doing the same, sadly. Yeah. And I hope for their sake that they can get a full season in, just because it would
means a lot to the people, to the players,
especially the seniors.
Yeah,
especially those wanting to graduate or those wanting to move to hopefully professional sports, that they get that opportunity.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they're attempting it, but I don't see it going a full season.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope I'm wrong.
well, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely hope. But again, it all comes down to this is more than just a sports aspect. This is a health, a life aspect. You got to do what's right for the health and safety of everyone, not just not just to get in football games or hockey games or whatever. You gotta do what's right to keep everyone safe. So now with the attendance in the college, at least the college football games, again, with like the NFL, it's going to be split on what these schools are allowing. Some are going to allow no fans. Some are going to allow some fans. Um, some none right away, but hopefully planning on some down the road. I don't know how they're going to pick which fans they're allowing, but at least I guess if you can get some in there, spread them out, and have some authentic crowd cheering in there, that it would help out. So
After watching a Monday night, Thursday
Yeah.
night football game. Yep.
Yep. What day is it? Huh?
The Kansas City had 17,000 fans there, and there were clumps of them grouped together, so they weren't spread out. So I don't know how what their guidelines are, who can be allowed in the game, so. Oh, I guess that'll be let's just say it'll be a fun ride with sports this year.
Time will tell. Time will tell where this goes and how it works out. Yep. So now college hockey hasn't been too much on it yet, but they did just announce that both the men and women's NCAA college hockey league has been delayed. They are going to push it back. Typically, it starts the first week of October. They're hoping now to start around November 20th. So they're hoping that November 20th will be the new start date for the the college hockey season. We'll see with that as well. Who knows? I don't know. I can't imagine them just with like you said with college football. It'd be tough to see a bubble setting for that as well. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if these schools can get it together and figure out how the best way to go about things. And
like the old saying is, only time will tell.
Only time will tell.
That's my philosophical saying of the
philosophical. And actually, the Ivy League canceled all their fall sports altogether. They're not doing anything. The smart people, man, they know what they're doing. Maybe they're onto something.
Maybe.
Or maybe
they probably ran some statistics.
They pulled out their calculators and all their other gadgets, put on their glasses, and said, let's see.
Why do they have to have glasses, huh?
Yeah, because people wear glasses are smart.
I wear my bifocals sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. You're an exception to the story. You're an exception to the rule.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I'm exceptional, right? Yep.
Okay. Yes, you are. You are an exceptional girl dad. That's for sure.
Dang right.
Dang right. So yeah, their Ivy League's doing nothing until January 1st at the very earliest. Nothing. No sports. So I don't know. We'll see. Other big news: the Pittsburgh Steelers. Well, former Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker Ryan Shazier. If you're not familiar with his story, a few years ago he was playing for the Steelers and went in for a tackle and just didn't hit it right. Something didn't go right. He was motionless on the field and lost feeling in his legs and everything. It wasn't a full paralysis, but it was very bad injury that left him immobile for a long time. He has officially called it quits. For a couple of years he's been trying to hopefully rehab and say that he wants to play again someday. But he has officially said, I am retiring. I'm not necessarily giving up, but just realizing he's got other things to move on to. And I'm sure he's going to keep continuing to rehab and eventually one day be able to walk, full motion once again. So Amazing story.
He's been an inspiration to many, and he has his own charity or such now.
Yep.
His own. I don't know if he started. If it's more than a charity. I haven't done much research into that yet, but the GM Kevin Colbert said, even though you retired as a Steeler, you'll always be a Steeler.
Yeah,
And I think he's been a very, for the younger rookies and for the younger Steelers, he's been a very big motivation and a very big inspiration for everybody on the team and around the league and around the world. So I wish him the best on that, and I'm glad that he was able to retire as a Steeler, and he can do honestly bigger and better things and can inspire anybody now.
Yeah, I have to imagine he's going to come back as a coach because
Definitely.
he was basically doing it when he was when he was on the sideline for the last couple of years, and he hasn't officially said that he will coach, but I don't see how he wouldn't.
I agree with you. I think he's going to be a coach years down the road.
Yeah,
I think he has the mentality.
Yeah, and you brought absolutely, and you brought up the Steelers GM Kevin Colbert. Amazing thing that he did for Ryan, when he was hurt over the last couple of years, which I thought was absolutely amazing. The Steelers actually placed Ryan on the injured/retired reserved list for the last few seasons, which ensured his inclusion with the team, and thus essentially giving him a partial salary and all kinds of, all the benefits and everything of being a player on the team. So he knew that the dude was not going to play, but they wanted to include Ryan, like you said, on the team. So his name appears on the roster just to feel a sense of inclusion on the team and still being able to get a salary and benefits to help him with his rehab and his recovery and everything. Absolutely amazing gesture by the Steelers and the GM Colbert.
So I love the team even more, even though I'm from Pittsburgh and I love them from day one get go. That makes me respect them even more from that perspective. That the fact that, because who knows how expensive his medical bills got.
Yeah.
The fact that they retained him on the roster to give him the opportunity for the medical benefits.
Yeah.
And such. Was a very admirable thing, and I applaud everybody that was involved with that.
Yep.
So I wish Ryan the best and continued growth, and hope he gets all better with everything.
Absolutely. Yep. Be looking forward to hearing stories of him down the road and what he's doing. I'm sure it won't be the last we hear of him. So. All right. Enough sports talk. Real quick, we got a few other announcements I want to make, and then we're gonna talk about you and your life as a girl daddy.
Hey, the little one might make an appearance. She might be starting to go to sleep soon. So.
All right.
I gotta talk to the agent, see if she's available for a short
For sure. Yeah, that's right. So, all right, real quick then, we're going to touch some announcements made this week with the new Xbox coming out, the Xbox Series X and the variants, involved with it as well. The official prices and release dates have been announced. So the Xbox Series X, which is the headliner, the big main console, is going to be $499. So it was originally
core payment. Yep.
Yeah, right.
That's a
you living rich over there, buddy. $500 card payment.
For only $24.99 a month, you can get this Xbox.
Now with a pre-order, we can throw in an additional controller.
Ooh, and for half of that, you can get the Slim.
Slim. Yeah. So that's the other version is the Series S. That one will be $299. And jeez. I know. So
ever since I went to the dark side and built my own PC. So now I don't deal with the consoles anymore. So.
I know I've kind of turned into a PC gamer as well, but I do still.
Ooh, we brought you to the dark side.
Yeah, I know. I've been on PC. I don't know why we haven't connected yet and played.
Because I'm a dad now. See this, Dad?
See this?
I'm
Oh,
like,
there's nothing.
you don't see the gray hair already growing in here.
It's already coming in, huh? So yeah, the Xbox, official prices and dates have been released. The date is November 10th. The date to get the Xbox One or the Xbox One, the Xbox Series X and Series S is November 10th. So it definitely will be here before holiday season. It's a new thing. A new Gianna, right? Well, that's all. That's the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is. So the original leaked price for the Series S, the X, for the Series X was $599. So it was a little bit lower than what the leak price was. So we'll see. Maybe that'll sway some more people to get it right away, or maybe more people will wait. But so those are just some quick updates on the Xbox and what they're doing. So all right, let's talk about
drum roll,
the little one. Call your agent. Was she making an appearance?
I don't know. I called the agent. We'll wait and see. She might be up. I hear footsteps. I mean, no, I don't hear footsteps. She's not walking yet.
Well,
ooh. Ready for your appearance?
Oh, there she is.
Say hello, everybody.
Hi.
So this is Everly. She was born right during the pandemic. How old are you now? Are you 4 months old? Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Oh, you're usually talkative. Why are you shying away?
Being shy now, yeah. So
she got more hair than I do.
Yeah, so you said she was born with a ton of hair, huh?
Yep. She came out with a whole head of hair. Mommy had heartburn before she came out. We wondered why, and then lo and behold, wonder what happened. She came out with hair, and she keeps growing more every day.
Oh, hi, Everly. Hi.
Say hi, everybody. Yeah, it's been a very roller coaster experience.
Yeah. So you said she was born during the pandemic, obviously.
Yep.
How crazy was that?
Oh, let's just say it was being a first time dad and first time parent. It was a very, very interesting experience. The wife and I, we couldn't have anybody else. It just was us in the hospital. No support. And it was a mask all the time. It was a very interesting, awesome experience, but at the same time, very nerve-wracking experience.
Yeah,
because you're bringing this beautiful little one into the world during
all
pandemic,
this,
so
all this craziness.
No clue.
Yeah. Not only do you have no clue about the pandemic, but you have no clue about being a first-time dad. So.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
We were bringing her home, and we're like, we have no clue what we're doing, but we're gonna wing it.
Yeah. And I'm sure you're doing an amazing job so far, buddy. I'm sure you're doing an amazing job.
Are we doing a good job?
Yes, Dad.
She got a more British accent. She said, yes, Daddy.
Yes, Daddy. British accent.
Right, Everly?
Oh, goodness.
Said, hello, BK.
Hello. Oh, now she's laughing.
She's laughing at Mommy. Her agent is off screen right now.
Yes, of course.
Oh, but it's the fact that we meet her grandparents. They have to have masks on and stuff. It's just a surreal experience so far. And when we talk to a pediatrician, it's sad because no one knows exactly how they're affected, what they affect, what can be done.
Right. Nobody knows exactly what to do, and
yeah. So it's like you're winging it. Like everybody's different.
Yeah.
Like some are. I know some people that are not wearing masks, and that's okay because honestly, it's all up to you as a parent. So it's like it's that unknown that you don't know what you're getting yourself into.
Right.
So, but I honestly, it's the best experience in life, and I wouldn't. This is the top of the list.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I've never thought I could love somebody so much. I'm sorry, mommy, but
Hey.
I'm sorry, BK. I mean, but she tops the
No.
list of the most loved.
Yeah.
She's my number one now.
Yep.
Well, the
No.
wife's a close number one too, but
Yeah. Number 1A or number 1B. I mean, number
yeah,
1B.
she's a number one B.
Yeah. It's probably giving you glare right now. Now, have you had any like struggles getting anything that you need to take care of her? Like, have you had trouble getting diapers or anything like that?
Honestly,
Have you had to like make any makeshift items or anything?
no. Honestly, like I didn't set foot, like the wife and I didn't set foot in a grocery store for like 4 months. We still haven't. We went into one store yesterday for the first time, and oh shoot, 5 months, 4 months, whatever it's been. Instacart's awesome, and Amazon. Like the technology nowadays.
Yeah.
I could imagine back in the day what having to go to store like during the flu pandemic and stuff. But like now, it's so convenient. Like if she needed diapers or something, we could just go on Amazon or order Instacart, and we would have the groceries that day or the next day. And
Right.
it's just it's we're blessed to have such awesome technology where I don't have to crochet or knit a freaking diaper or use one pair of my boxers as a makeshift set of a diaper for the time being.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be
So
something.
she would look at me years down the road and go, "What did you do, Daddy?"
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and these are all going to be good stories, like you said, for down the road. You could tell her when she grows up that, you were born in the craziest of times, when the world didn't know what was going on. Everybody
Best of times and the worst of times.
Stressed out of their mind. These are the best of times. But,
yeah, she's gonna ask years down the road, Daddy, why did they have masks on? And we're gonna have to tell her, like, this is why. And
all these pictures back in the day when I was born, why were all these people had masks on, and everybody was talking about these crazy things? And yeah, it's definitely going to be good stories for down the road. Something that she's always going to be known as a pandemic baby, a COVID baby.
Sadly, yes, she will be a pandemic baby, and that's. Are you a pandemic baby?
Yes, Dad.
Oh, now you don't want to. She said, "Yes, Daddy."
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yes. Yes.
You gotta have that British accent.
I know.
I don't know why, but hey, that's what we're going with.
That's just how it is. That's just. Now, have you had any crazy happenings happen yet? Like, and has she done anything?
Oh, has she done anything crazy? Other than peel over me a couple times.
Yeah.
The first couple of weeks we were I was changing her and thought she peed already, and I took her diaper off on the changing table, and she just peed everywhere. And she laughed about it. Didn't care one bit. Like this one can, and we were at a car dealership a couple months ago. When she was about 3 months old, and we're at the car dealership for like 3 hours, test driving a car, sitting there talking, and she's just having a good old time sitting in her stroller. We get home, and we changed her diaper. She pooped like 3 hours ago. So it was like, she didn't care one bit. She was the happiest baby known to man. She was having a good old time.
Oh my goodness.
She could sit through anything.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. You telling everybody that? Yep. Yeah. So other than that, no, she's been awesome. Like she sleeps through the night.
Yeah, you haven't really had any trouble sleeping or anything?
No, she has a new thing now that she sleeps in her crib. Is she sticks her feet straight up and rolls to the side. She's a side sleeper and a stomach sleeper, but no. Other than that, I think she's gonna be a gymnast.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she likes to grab stuff with her toes. And kick with her feet.
Are you gonna teach her gymnastics? Because I know you're just so flexible and.
Yeah, you're gonna see me do that double backflip in the air, and I'm gonna show her how to do a back handspring and all that stuff.
You have no idea any of them.
Nope.
I'm impressed she came up with those two though.
And then And then Laura's gonna have to pick me up off the ground or
Yeah.
scrape me off the ground because I can't move.
You won't be able to move.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach her. I'm gonna teach her. Well, the one thing I am gonna teach her, I'm gonna teach her dance moves.
Oh yeah.
Because Girl Dad Extraordinaire definitely got the dance moves down, even though wifey doesn't think so. No, actually, I lied. The wife got way better dance moves than I do.
No comment.
No, I knew you had no comment. I'm surprised you didn't have a comment. You saw my college dance moves.
Oh yeah, I did.
Lawnmower, the chainsaw.
Quality moves right there. Dad moves for sure.
Oh yeah.
Dad moves.
Short shorts now too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jean shorts yet? Did you bring out the jean shorts yet?
No, I didn't buy. You know what I didn't buy is my New Balances. I didn't buy the dad shoes yet. I didn't buy the New Balances yet.
You're slacking.
They're too expensive. They're $65 for them.
For just plain white shoes.
For plain white New Balances, like our accountant jokes about me getting a pair, and I told him not until they go on sale. I'm like, when she was about to cut, when it was that last month when we were prepping for the hospital, I said I'm gonna go look at getting dad shoes, the New Balances. Looked online and almost fell off my chair, being $65.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And I was like, no, that's on my bucket list is to get a pair of jean shorts and dad shoes.
Being a dad, it's costly. Not only taking care of her, but getting everything you need to play the part.
You gotta get the phone case that clips on your belt.
Yep.
And the accessories for being a girl dad are expensive.
I know. I bet.
Like you think the little one's expensive? Wait till you gotta buy the shoes and shorts and the plain white tees. And
you gotta play the part. You gotta look like a dad.
What's the belt? The rope belt that you just slide the belt in any part of the loop.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what it is? Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, you can. I think she's getting a little fussy, and I kind of hard to hear you now. So, bye, Everly.
It's nap time.
It's nap time.
Bye,
bye,
Uncle BK. Say bye, everybody.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for being on the show, Minnie.
Awesome.
Bye. I love you. I'll be done in a little bit.
Amazing. So, but playing the part and dressing the part is just as important as being a good dad.
Hey, I think Girl Dad Extraordinaire to the T.
To the next level.
You gotta be that dad. You gotta be that girl dad.
Look good, feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Be good. Be good at being a dad.
Yeah. Look the part.
Look the part makes you be the part.
Yep.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So you've been peed on. Have you been pooped on?
No.
Okay.
And I'm waiting for that day.
You're waiting for that day.
I will cry that day she does because I'll be so proud.
You'll be so
It'll be so bad, but it'll be so proud.
A proud moment, huh?
Yep. I stuck my finger in it by accident before. Changing a diaper. I didn't know she being an amateur at the time, didn't know she pooped in it. Took the diaper off and she pooped up her front and wiped my whole hand in it. Yeah, let's just say that was a very interesting moment.
I can only imagine.
Very sticky situation.
Okay.
Dad joke.
Dad joke.
Man, that's one thing I being a father, being a dad, that's one thing you got to have in your repertoire. You got to have those dad jokes. If you don't have those dad jokes, I think you're losing half the battle.
Keeps you going.
Definitely.
Speaking of being pooped on,
ooh.
There's a rumor or a story that came out recently that a famous NFL player, Odell Beckham, there was a podcast that these two ladies did, and they interviewed another woman who informed them that Odell Beckham likes being pooped
Now that's a sticky situation.
That is a very sticky situation. I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily believe it. I mean,
No.
some people these days will just go out of their way to get fame and make up stories. But
Yeah, and if she was like dumped or something, she could have threw him under a bus or something like that. But
yeah, but it got crazy. This woman was talking like she got like texts or whatever from Odell saying or like asking for her to take pictures of herself in the act and just like.
I know there's some weird fetishes out there, but also there's a difference between baby poop and adult. Yeah, I'm not even going there, but yeah, they're
Crazy.
Well, there's people that like peed on, like that's a thing I know, but like there's so much to clean up.
And you know what though, whether or not it's true, everybody, like you said, everybody's got their things, and yes, you and I or most other people might not think it's normal or like the same thing, but whatever the case is, we're trying to see everybody as a human being. It might be weird to you and me and everyone else, but if it is true, he does not deserve to be treated poorly because of it. He does not deserve to be ridiculed or shamed or talked bad about on his social media accounts or anything like that. It's kind of hard to, I know, with such a crazy story like that, to talk about it, but everyone has their things. Everybody, does their things.
Like I said, everybody got their own opinions. Everybody got their own beliefs. Everybody got their own personality. We wouldn't be human if we don't have our own personality and stuff. Exactly. So you can't judge somebody. Yes, it's weird.
It's weird to you and me, but
it's out of the norm. But you got to respect what they believe in or what they like. Like, yeah, there's some abnormality to it, but hey, I agree with you. Like, you gotta respect that, and I respect anybody that
I don't see him coming out and saying that he does it.
If he did, then I would respect that. Like, that's what you like. That's what you want to do. Then so be it. You're a human being. Everybody's a human being. They have their own. We would be robots then.
Yeah.
If we all believed the same thing, did the same thing, and so forth. So I agree with you. Like, yeah, it's gross. It's
whether or not it's
not normal.
Whether or not it's the case, it's just it's something to talk about, but it's not something to attack him over. So
no, like you can judge him for that second, but in the end, it's something that shouldn't be looked down upon.
Yeah.
So no.
Oh well, we'll see. We'll see if he comes out and says.
Yeah, wow, that was a change of events there.
I know. I couldn't handle it. Talking about poop. It reminded me that story was out there, and it was too wild not to talk about.
Yeah, that was a good one. I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, it's crazy. But so you and I have had some good times for sure.
We've been around the block together.
We've been around the block. One of my biggest memories with you though is bringing you into a whole knee hockey family. So my friends and I would mess around with knee hockey, and you had no idea what it was. And we had introduced you one day, and you were like, "This is amazing."
Hold on, let me tell your audience, like whoever's listening, like this was a mind-blowing experience. Like, I know probably this isn't a new thing for a lot of you, but for me, I was like, what are you talking about? Like, being younger and being able to go on my knees and play this sport, it was a lot easier instead of now. But like when he mentioned this, I was like, how, where, when, what? Like, I didn't grasp the concept until he said, "Come on over," and I'll let him tell the story, finish telling the story. But yeah, it was.
So we would get extreme with it. We had one of my friends had a spare room in his house at the time, and we set up. So basically, what knee hockey is you have these little mini sticks that are probably, you know, about this big or so, and little mini nets as well, and a little softball, and basically
That
it's just
hurt.
actually I guess it wasn't that soft, huh? Was it?
No,
It
not at
wasn't.
all.
It wasn't that soft. Now that I think about it, yeah, no.
It's
But
like a
basically,
dodgeball. It doesn't. It hurts when you get hit by it, but it
yeah,
feels soft
yeah,
otherwise.
yeah. But basically, it's just 1-on-1. I guess we did kind of do 2-on-2 every once in a while and stuff. But you just got, you know, you're on either side of the thing, and you're just whacking this ball as hard as you can to try to score in the other net. And we'd be like diving across the thing, and so everything. Well, the reason it's called knee hockey is obviously you're on your knees the whole time. So you're not standing. You have limited motion. It's brutal, man. Your knees get destroyed, especially if it's played on a rug.
Your whole body gets destroyed.
That's your
I
whole
had
body.
bruises
Yeah,
on my elbow. Like it's like I got a fight that day.
it was.
Went back, like got an ice bath because I was that sore.
We got very extreme with it, but it was amazing. It
To
was. I
this
mean, there
day,
was.
like I will tell everybody that story about how you and Dylan and everybody introduced me to that. It was, man, you guys had taped off lines.
Oh
Like you
yeah.
got, it was like legit to
Oh,
the core.
we
You
had.
had tape. You had multiple balls to use when one went out. You
Yeah.
had multiple sticks. Like it was a
We
scoreboard.
we were legit. We did have a scoreboard, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah, we were legit.
You guys had one of those.
We did like tournaments and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh, 1 hour, 2 hours. It was like 4, 5, 6 hours.
It's a whole
And
day
half
event.
the half of the day went by. And
We
like,
even we even made a cup, like a Stanley Cup type thing too. I'm gonna have to I'll put a picture up here on the video. If anybody that for people that watch on YouTube, I'm gonna have to put a video of myself holding up the cup one time.
he thought he won a comp.
All right, listen. I did. Probably only once, but I won.
I don't know, but that to this day,
If I remember correctly, it was a ridiculous picture too because I was wearing sweatpants and I like pulled the string from my sweatpants up over my head, so the sweatpants are like pulled up to my nipples. It was ridiculous.
You had a Steve Urkel.
I did. I went Steve Urkel with it, but it was.
Some of you younger people don't know who Steve Urkel was, but you got to just Google it.
Google it. Look it up. But yeah, I mean, we had fun with it. It was.
Oh, it was a blast.
It was a blast.
I don't think I could do it right now. I would probably cry after about 30 minutes of it because
it'd be brutal, but it would be fun to try it again. Honestly, I might have to wear knee pads or something now, or like full body suit. Just
need to tell the wife to come drop me off and then pick me up because I won't be able to move out there.
Yeah. But yeah, we definitely got intense with it, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorite memories and still story to tell to everybody.
Yep.
I was still mind blown by
the whole
concept of it.
Yep. All right, so we're getting about that time. Should probably think about wrapping it up here. So we do have one bright story for the week, and it does involve Kevin. So I will let Kevin take it away with his bright story of the week.
So the bright story of the week, and it actually doesn't have to do with me at all. It has to do with the star of the episode, Everly, who was on here, graced us with her presence before she, I think, went and took a nap now.
Yes.
We take a walk almost every day, whether morning or night, and I can't tell you how many people have stopped and said, oh my gosh, she has so much hair, or she's so beautiful. And it just warms my heart that there are so many people in our neighborhood and around the area that we live that just love newborns and love people in general. And we could be walking 7 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night, and someone would be walking also, and they would stop and talk to us and say, oh, how old is she now? Or, wow, she got so much hair. How old is she? And we would tell her she's 4 months old, and they would just, their jaw would drop to the ground.
Yeah.
Because they would just be astonished by the fact that how much hair she has. Like I know a little one that was born the same day as our little one, and she has no hair on her head.
Yeah.
Which I'm getting to that point myself.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's kind of it's kind of shocking to see the difference between it's amazing to see the difference in how a little one comes into this world, like between the hair, between they could be she was 8 pounds and some change, or so I was born 1 pound 12 ounces. So
Yeah.
it's just crazy how
Everyone is
life
different.
is brought into this world. Yeah, everyone's different. Back to our point.
Even from birth, exactly. Back to our point. Even from birth,
Yeah.
everyone is different. Everybody has different hair, different skin, different eyes, different weight, different height. Every single different personality. Everyone's different, and that doesn't make anyone better or worse
No,
than
and
the next
everybody's
person.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, but
Everybody's freaking awesome. But yeah,
everyone
back
is
to
awesome.
that.
But
That
for people to take the time just to stop and talk to you and compliment Everly and probably you guys as well. I'm sure they comment on you guys and, hey, you guys are looking good today too, and no, not so much, but
not that, well, it's more focused on her. But yeah, they say hi. You're doing.
but I'm
Glad to
sure
see you guys doing well and
I'm
everything.
sure yeah, I'm sure it makes your walks a little bit better, right? Having people stop
It,
just to say hi and say, Everly looks beautiful today is probably
it's
like
just yeah. Even during the pandemic, it just makes us smile that you could still have a conversation. Yeah, it's not like going to a party right now and face to face interaction, but even from 6 feet away or so, we could still hold a conversation. And there's still those awesome people out there that compliment you and you compliment them back. So
exactly.
yeah, that it's still awesome to see, even when you're just walking with the little one.
Yeah,
You
just to stroll around the
those
neighborhood. You don't
kind
necessarily think,
comments.
yeah, you don't necessarily think that anybody's gonna, perform a nice act, to you. But
No,
here,
not
here
at
we,
all.
here we
Not at
are,
all.
people defying the odds yet again. Just taking the
In
time, just
2020,
in 2020, this world's not so bad,
nope.
huh? So
Maybe.
there's still bright spots. There's so
Definitely.
awesome story. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear people are still doing that. So, um, thanks for sharing. Appreciate it. And I guess we could just about wrap it up, but
Hey,
I
thanks for.
appreciate you joining me, and I appreciate the little one making an appearance. Uh,
Hey, that was a hard contract to sign to get her and her agent involved. Whew. But yeah, it was. Thanks for having us. It was awesome. Glad to be on. Glad to see this podcast airing because it provides a lot of positivity in a world that we live in where there's a lot of negativity right
yeah,
now,
yeah,
especially with what's going on. So thanks for having me. Thanks for having a little one on,
of course.
and appreciate it and hope to see you soon and be back on soon. So
Yeah, hopefully. All right. So
have a
once
great day.
Thanks. You too. So once again, everybody, obviously, if you want to just give us a follow on social media, we are on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Instagram is bright_connections. Twitter is at Bright Connect, and YouTube, if you want to search for Bright Connections, you could find us on there as well. And as always, I am on Twitch just about every day, trying to become a full-time streamer. So if you want to come and support me, I'd appreciate it. Come jump in the chat and say hey and make some comments on how crappy my gameplay is. But once again, Twitch is BK_747. So if you want to come say hi and hang out, do so. All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful and bright week, and we'll see you next time. Thanks again.